What's
Hey,
going
what's
on?
up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good by yourself.
Good. I appreciate you doing this, man.
No problem.
So what have you been up to in the whole quarantine thing? How's you trying to stay busy? You able to get in the gym?
Not at all. So my mom, and I went down. We have a lake house in Alabama, so we went down here and kind of get away from everything. So right now I got a backyard hoop in the cul-de-sac. That's all I really got right now.
Oh, geez. You able to still work out though, right? Aren't you?
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm gonna ask you some questions going back from like early high school days and then expectations going into next year, if that's cool.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right. So you're ranked number 17 in the country as a five-star center. What was the recruiting process like for you?
Pretty similar to a lot of guys. Kind of getting a little early. For me, it was around eighth grade. I got my first offer from Auburn. That was kind of a big deal, and then from there, I just kind of ramped up.
So you said Auburn, eighth grade. So was that how old you were when you first started getting college attention, or were you starting getting talked to before that?
No, that was kind of the first time. I was still the skinny white guy on the court, kind of moving around. But no, at that time was kind of when I got the first kind of big eyes on me.
Okay. And then when did Carolina first reach out, and what was it like when you first talked to Coach Williams?
So yeah, Carolina reached out. I believe my sophomore year, they came in person, came to a morning practice. Played awful. That was one of the worst practices I've ever had. But no, he was very happy with how I looked, and it was like it's a legendary coach. I mean, talking to him in person was the moment was surreal for me. So I was very thankful, and just like to have him be interested in the first place, it was surreal.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny because many people thought you were a Duke lock, and then I saw in your crystal ball you were 64% Duke. So what do you think about that looking back?
Yeah, things change in the recruiting process. Schools come in, at one point one school's looking really good, at another point another school's looking good. It just kind of changes.
And then because you went in your Carolina visit on September 20th, and you committed just 2 days later. What changed so fast and made you want to make you to make your decision?
So yeah, when I North Carolina was my last school I visited. Before that, I visited all the schools that I had seen, and then I just visited Carolina and just felt something different. Just felt like home. You hear a lot of players say that, and it sounds naive, but honestly, it's the truth. You just see yourself going there, and not even as an athlete, but just seeing yourself being a student there was kind of the big thing for me.
Because then I know you took me by surprise, and probably many others, because you committed pretty late that night. Uh,
Right.
Walk me through that day and what made you want to commit that late at night?
So yeah, when I was driving home from UNC, I had called Coach Roy and said, Coach, I think I'm committing to your school, or I didn't say I think, but I am committing to your school. And sorry, my buddies are saying some weird stuff in the chat. So yeah, uh, committed right there, and then that night called all the other coaches, told them that I was committing, and then kind of the word got out, and so I was like, well, I gotta announce it now because I don't want to be like someone else announcing.
Yeah. So with this whole quarantine thing, have you been able to stay in contact with Coach Williams or any other UNC coaches?
Yeah, I have. Probably every other day, either texting him or calling him. More so, Coach Frederick than Coach Roy. I probably talked to Coach Roy maybe three times in the past 3 weeks or so. But
Okay.
no, it's been good for sure.
And then when do you believe has like Coach talked to you at all, but you be able to think you'll come to campus this year?
So yeah, I'm not super positive. Obviously these are times that we haven't really been in just because of the corona and everything like that. So I have no idea. It's still kind of on the table right now.
Okay. And then UNC is known for developing bigs. So what are you most looking forward to improving as a big under the system of Coach Williams?
So yeah, I mean, I have a lot to improve on. And playing for a school like Carolina, like you said, probably has the most prestigious bigs ever, and like in the history of the UNC big is just like
Hmm.
limitless. So I'm really just trying to absorb as much information from Coach Williams because he has all that experience with it.
Yeah. Do you talk to any of the players in the current team? What is your relationship like with your future upperclassmen teammates?
So yeah, I when I went up there, my I don't know what you call it, like the teammate you go with that kind of like leads you everywhere. I had Andrew Platek, and
Okay.
him and I are pretty close. I talked to Cole, talked to I mean Garrison Brooks, Christian Keeling. Christian Keeling actually, he's from Georgia, so we kind of connected a little bit. Brandon Robinson. I mean, just all the players were just like they were all just they make you feel welcome. And that was kind of a big thing for me, just how you could like even though Carolina is a blue blood, it still feels like a family
Yeah.
school.
So what's that going to be like to go up against Garrison and Armando every day at practice next year?
I mean, it'll help me so much, just improve. Just those guys are elite bigs, and being able to go up against them every day is just gonna get us both better. And just, I mean, I'm just looking forward to it so much.
Mm-hmm. So UNC is one of the best recruiting classes coming in this year with you, Puff, RJ, Caleb, and Dayron. What has your relationship been like with them since you committed?
So yeah, I was the second player to commit. Dayron, then me, then Caleb, and then I think RJ after that, and then Puff. But we all keep in contact. I'm very close, very excited for what the year has to come next year, and just the opportunities that come with it.
I know a lot of people, because I was on live last night, a lot of people are wondering about Kerwin Walton. Is that a name you guys are like talking to, trying to get him to come?
We are. He's a really good player. Very, very good shooter. I actually played against him, or not, I think a couple years ago. I'm not sure exactly, but very, very good player.
So what are your thoughts about that? Are you guys like pretty close or confident with him, or you think he might go to Arizona or something?
It's like, I don't know. It's a tough situation because every time you talk to a player, they're going to say all these things like, hey, like we really appreciate it, but you don't really know like their own headspace just because they always keep that private, and they should. I think that as a recruit, that's your own business. And so I couldn't tell you, man.
So next year, UNC is arguably one of the best front courts in the country. What do you expect your role to be like next year? Has Coach Williams talked to you about that at all?
So yeah, I just really just wherever I fit best. I think I'm going to do. I think I'm a little different because I am kind of that stretch big. Maybe that Luke May role. Obviously, I'm a little bigger than he is, and he was pretty unbelievable. But no, I was just looking to just try and improve as much as I can, and just get in the gym and work, and just see where Coach Williams puts me in that situation.
Mm-hmm. What is your plan for college? Do you know what you're going to major in?
So yeah, I want to do economics or finance. I'm not sure. My brother majored in economics and then used that major to go into law school. It's just a very diverse major, and you can kind of do it like a lot with it. So yeah, I mean things can change obviously, but that's kind of the basis plan right now.
So life after basketball, you think you could be a lawyer or something?
Maybe. Yeah, my brother and I are very similar in how our thought process is, and kind of more logical minded. So I don't know. We'll see.
And then I got this question a lot. How long do you see yourself staying in Carolina? Because I'm guessing the NBA is your ultimate goal.
It is. So yeah, I don't really have a timetable. I just, when I do go, I want to be the most prepared I can be, whether that's 1 year, whether that's 4 years, I couldn't say.
Okay. And then what current UNC player are you most looking forward to playing with?
That's probably the guards. Garrison's going to be fun. Dayron, Caleb. I'd really wish to play with Cole Anthony. But
we'll see about that one.
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to playing with the whole team, honestly.
And then what former UNC player would you consider your game as like? You said kind of like Luke May?
Probably Luke May, yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to him all before, or you think you're going to be able to talk to him when you get on campus?
So, yeah, I have actually talked to him before. Him and I are kind of similar in the fact that we're, pretty strong Christians and with our faith. And so I've kind of reached out to him about, like, being, like, that role, being kind of like – because he was, like, the guy on campus for a little bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Still being humble and maintaining, like, your beliefs and stuff.
Okay. So what game are you most looking forward to this season?
Well, I mean, I guess besides Duke, because obviously that's the forerunner for sure. I have a buddy going to NC State.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be pretty fun.
And then do you know what number you want to wear when you go to Carolina?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I wore number 13 in high school. I've been wearing it for a pretty long time. I know Francis has it right now, but who knows? And
then I got this one a lot too. It's a big discussion when you go to Carolina. So who do you pick, MJ or LeBron?
MJ, by far.
My guy, absolutely. So what's that like going to be able to go to the same college as Michael Jordan and looking up to the rafters and seeing number 23?
I mean, it's It's unbelievable. I remember my visit. We went to the basketball museum and seeing like the whole like film and going through and all like the different shots and different like the note that Coach Cater wrote to MJ and stuff like that. It
Yeah,
was, I mean, literally the greatest player of all time. Being able to go to the same school as him and look like there's no feeling like it.
that's awesome. So what are your goals and expectations for this team next year? Because I know the team struggled this year. So what do you expect the summer is going to be like and going into next year full swing?
Yeah, I feel like just gonna, this year was tough with a lot of injuries and just a lot of, last second shots, like 6 games that came down just to the
Yeah.
wire. One different like ball spin could change the whole season. So it's tough. But I feel like UNC has always worked hard in the summer, worked harder than most programs, if not all programs. So I feel like as long as we do that, we'll be fine.
Do you feel like Garrison and the senior leaders are going to have like a different mentality going into this year? Kind of like we can't have what happened last year kind of mentality?
Right. Yeah, I mean, probably I would think so. Being a senior definitely has a different, role on your shoulders, just being that leader. He's already been a leader there, but I do think that it'll be a different mindset for sure.
And then finally, what can UNC fans expect out of Walker Kessler?
Um, Hopefully, just an Addy. That's the goal. Not just me, but the whole team. Just getting in the gym and working together.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you do this, man. I know
Well,
we're all kind of cooped up right now in quarantine, but I appreciate you answer my DM, and we got to be able to do this.
yeah, of course, man.
Let me know if you ever need anything or something. Just DM me or something.
I appreciate it, man.
All right. Take care, man.
You too.